Squeaky the Squirrel, a blur of fur, scurried among the trees. He was known for his glimmer-nuts, acorns shimmering with gold. The great winter feast was coming, and he had a secret stash. A sly fox with a mischievous grin watched from the shadows. He resembled a Mama Toon's character, all cunning and charm. Squeaky carefully hid a glimmer-nut in a hollow log. The log rested near the twisted river, its waters gurgling softly. He patted the log, ensuring his treasure was well concealed. Satisfied, Squeaky settled down for a well-deserved nap. The fox crept closer, his eyes gleaming with an idea. He chuckled softly, a sound like rustling leaves. With a mighty heave, he pushed the log into the river. The log bobbed and floated downstream, carried by the current. The fox watched it go, his tail twitching with amusement. Squeaky awoke with a yawn, stretching his tiny limbs. He scampered to the log, ready to admire his hoard. But the log was gone. Panic flared in his eyes. He looked around frantically, his fur bristling with fear. Where could it be? His precious glimmer-nuts. A baby duck waddled by, splashing in a puddle. Squeaky glared at the duck, suspicion clouding his judgment. "You? Did you take my glimmer-nuts?" The baby duck blinked, confused by the accusation. "Glimmer-nuts? What are those?" "I didn't take anything." Squeaky hopped closer, his voice rising in anger. "Don't lie to me. I saw you near the log." The baby duck quacked indignantly, flapping his wings. "I was just playing in the water." Squeaky lunged forward, accidentally pulling the duck's tail. The baby duck shrieked, splashing water at Squeaky. A chaotic argument erupted, filled with quacks and squeaks. Water flew everywhere, soaking both of them. The misunderstanding escalated quickly. Fueled by panic, Milo the cat, wise and observant, strolled into view. He watched the commotion with a calm, knowing gaze. "What's all the fuss about?" Milo asked gently. Squeaky and the baby duck stopped arguing, breathless. Squeaky explained about the missing glimmer-nuts and the log. Milo listened patiently, his tail twitching thoughtfully. He examined the ground near the riverbank carefully. Milo purred, pointing with his paw. "Look, fox tracks!" Squeaky and the baby duck followed Milo's gaze. They saw the distinct paw prints leading away from the river. The realization dawned on Squeaky. It wasn't the duck. He felt a pang of guilt for his hasty accusation. Milo nodded sagely. "The fox is likely involved. He probably moved the log as a prank." Squeaky's anger returned, now directed at the fox. "We have to find him." "And my glimmer-nuts." The baby duck, still slightly ruffled, agreed to help. "Let's go get that fox," Milo smiled. "Together, we'll solve this mystery." The unlikely trio set off, determined to find the fox. Their adventure had just begun, the glimmer-nuts at stake. The jungle held its breath, awaiting the outcome. Would they recover the treasure? Only time would tell. The quest for the glimmer-nuts was underway. Their friendship would be tested along the way. Squeaky, the baby duck, and Milo the cat follow the fox tracks along the twisted river. The tracks lead to a small clearing near a waterfall. They spot the fox struggling with a hollow log, close up on the fox's frustrated face as he tries to crack the glimmer-nuts. The glimmer-nuts are too tough for his teeth. The fox's snout gets stuck inside the log with a times POP times sound. Squeaky, the duck, and Milo exchange glances, considering their options. Squeaky, "We could get revenge, but Milo, revenge won't bring back the glimmer-nuts or make him a friend." The baby duck quacks in agreement, flapping his little wings. Squeaky gets an idea, a mischievous glint in his eye. Squeaky, I have an idea. Tickle power. Milo raises an eyebrow, intrigued. The duck looks confused. Squeaky starts tickling the fox's exposed paws. The baby duck joins in, tickling the fox's tail feathers. Milo tickles the fox's ears with a blade of grass. The fox starts to giggle, a muffled sound from inside the log. The giggles turn into full-blown laughter. The force of his laughter pops his snout free from the log. The fox tumbles backward, gasping for air between laughs. He sits up, covered in leaves and dirt, utterly embarrassed. Fox, I am so sorry, Squeaky. He hangs his head in shame, avoiding eye contact. Squeaky approaches the fox cautiously. Squeaky, why did you do it? Fox, I wanted the Glimmer-Nuts for myself. I was greedy. Baby duck, that wasn't very nice. Milo nods in agreement, his expression stern but understanding. Squeaky, we all make mistakes. What matters is what you do next. The fox looks up, surprised by Squeaky's kindness. Fox, Can I help you gather more nuts? Squeaky smiles. Of course, the great winter feast is coming. Montage. Squeaky, the duck, Milo, and even the fox gathering glimmer-nuts. They work together, laughing and sharing stories. The hollow log is carefully returned to its original spot. Time lapse. The jungle transforms into a winter wonderland. The great winter feast is in full swing. Animals gather around a giant bonfire, the air filled with music. Squeaky stands on a stump, holding up a glimmer-nut. Squeaky, this year we have more than enough to share. He tosses the glimmer-nut into the crowd. The fox catches it, a genuine smile on his face. Close up on the glimmer-nut, shimmering in the firelight. Everyone enjoys the delicious glimmer-nuts. The fox sits beside Squeaky, sharing a laugh. Milo watches them, a knowing smile on his face. Baby duck waddles around, happily gobbling up crumbs. Wide shot of the great winter feast, a scene of joy and friendship. Squeaky, the best treasures are the ones we share. Fox, and the best friends are the ones who forgive. Milo, indeed, friendship is the greatest treasure of all. Close up on Squeaky, Milo, the duck, and the fox, all smiling. The camera pans up to the starry winter sky. A shooting star streaks across the darkness. The animals cheer, their voices echoing through the jungle. Final shot. Squeaky and the fox shaking hands, a symbol of their friendship. The glimmer-nuts shine brightly, representing shared joy.